And a good day, all of you. John Henderson here at the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Today, not a rehash, but a new name, but really the same beer. Fat Tire Ale. Or you say Fat Tire Amber Ale, which is the same beer. But anyway, um, hence to change the name, I believe, late last year or early this year. From my friends at New Belgium. Uh, 5.2% ABV, American Amber Red Ale style. Um, 81 score on Beer Advocate, good. 3.5 or 3.6 was average. On tap, with premium ingredients and all that good stuff. What they say. Since 1991, this is what the beer looks like. I'm doing this right now, so it's got a little dark pretty quickly here. Taping this late in the evening. So here it is. Nice little looking head, not too bad. Got the notes of caramel. A little, maybe a slight, little sense of sweetness, a little sugar cubes in this, slight sweetness, but definitely a little caramel aroma getting through this right now. Yeah, why they changed the name, I just don't know. I guess they want to reinvent themselves, but I don't know. This beer was first originally made when it's under the name Fat Tire Amber Ale from 91 to 20 to late 2002, 2022 until hence the name change. Now Fat Tire Ale, and as you can see, look at the original bottle. Look at any other reviews of Fat Tire Amber Ale. Look at what the bottles look like then to what it looks like now. And I'm guessing the cans are probably going to be the same as well. So anyway, this beer doesn't look as reddish to me. Just like with Sam Adams doing the remastered version of their Boston Lager, which, the only thing was it was a little brighter. That's about it. But nothing really didn't change the flavor, which I think is still a phenomenal beer. But maybe just a little brighter. That's the only thing I saw on this. So, it's been a while since I've had Fat Tire. I mean, get it just about anywhere, around this area, this part, so just about anywhere across the globe. But now on this distribution ship, which I'll get to in a little bit. But okay, still beer, more pour on the top. So, all right. Yeah, okay. Let's have at it. Cheers. From certified B-Corp New Belgium Brewing. Something they're doing to be easy on the planet, save the earth. A lot of these breweries are peace nicks, I call them. But there's those caramel notes that I mentioned in this. It definitely is on the tongue. Using some form of spice they're using in this, but I mean it's still the same. I mean it was never a negative beer. First time I had this when the beer was trekking this way towards East Coast, east of the Mississippi River, eastern part of the country, in 2012 or 2013, because I remember that it made its debut in Mobile around late 2012, early 2013. And there was some excitement for a lot of people in the area who tried it and really loved it. Of course, there were a lot of trucks driving around, promoting the hey, new beer, even though the beer had been around a lot on the West Coast mostly. It was the same. When did Coors made its debut out? Because Coors was mostly a West Coast thing, and then made its way east of the Mississippi. I think late 88, 89, I believe, early 90. But but whatever. So there was a lot of excitement, and the beer was reasonably priced, but I think for an amber ale, there's some ones that were pretty local that are pretty good. Especially when I was living in the Mobile area, Abita, which were slowly beginning to make its way. Well, it had been Abita was pretty much a lot around that time. This is before I started doing beer reviews. Getting Abita Amber easily. And then Fat Tire came along. But to me, the more well-known amber I feel is Yingling Traditional Lager, which is an amber ale, and that's just about everywhere. When that beer made its debut in the South, when it arrived in Alabama, in 2008, when that's when I was living down there. So, because I had tried it when I was back home in Jersey, so I knew about it. I knew about it when I was living in Virginia too. Um, but to me, that is more of a really good amber beer, and also it is reasonably priced. And I kid you not, if I had to put the stack against those two, just by the price wise, I would pick Yingling Amber Traditional Lager. So that's just my view of it. I mean, it's still good to me. I mean, it's always had a great flavor, but I guess the name change and whatnot, I don't know. Could have kept it as is, of course, the brewery is based in, of course, Fort Collins, Colorado. They opened up a brewery in Asheville, North Carolina, and also went back to Denver. They were bought out by a company called Lion, Lion, which is an Australian subsidiary of Kirin. Of course, Kirin Ichiban, one of the really excellent beer. If y'all get a chance to try Kirin, it's good stuff. Really stuff. But again, like I said, if I have to choose between this one and Yingling, I would choose Yingling. And that's reasonable price. I think if you go stores now, and I've seen this, I think you're paying what, $18 for a 12 pack of this. I mean, if you want to drop down that cash, I guess, but I'm very conscious about my money. Like I said, I just think I would lean Yingling, where I probably pay less than that. Maybe for a 12 pack, I pay $12.99 versus 17 or 18. That's just the facts. But hey, New Belgium is just about anywhere now. But lately, it just seems that even though this is their flagship beer, more of the Voodoo Ranger lines have really surpassed everybody's expectations over the last 5 or 6 years. I would say maybe 8 years since they changed the name. I mean, it's still New Belgium. It was Ranger, but now it went to the Voodoo Ranger. So it's going on about almost a decade now. So their Ranger line, whether there are the IPAs and their Imperial IPAs and their whatnot. Now they got a hazy IPA, which has been very popular, Juice Force, which I enjoyed a lot. That another bit they can also get just about anywhere. So distribution, anytime these companies get bought out, always important. The main reason, obviously, is that I can spread my product everywhere. And New Belgium is very spread just not only here in the States, but also overseas, which they do very well. Basically, they're now to Canada, Japan, South Korea, Sweden, and Norway. So, but again, as I said, it's a good beer. I think it's well done, but again, cost is always the thing for me. I would go Yingling. That's just my thought, my feelings. So, a Abita Amber Ale is good too, and also the Bell's Amber Ale. That's also a good one as well. But I'm looking for craft beer prices versus everyday prices, and everyday price for a Yingling Traditional Lager seems more my speed. So, but anyway. I'm going to go 8.2 on this one. So this is a really good beer. Nothing has changed. I think the flavor's good. Still the same. Got the caramel notes. A little slight spice. Some little sweetness in it. But overall, a good solid caramel. Excuse me. A good solid amber red ale. So I'm going to give an 8.2 for the Fat Tire Ale. Check it out. You can get this from New Belgium anywhere. will not be disappointed. You won't, but taking into consideration costs, just saying. But anyway, John Henderson here at the Beverage Ramblers, and keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and love. Fat Tire Ale. Oh yeah, save the planet, right?